Welcome, you guys, to Rise and Inspire. I am Kelly_Patricia. You can find me on Instagram and then on Facebook. Just lose the underscore. And
hello. Can you believe that it is the last Tuesday of 2020?
I cannot.
It's our last Rise and Inspire of 2020.
I can't even believe it. Who are you? Who are you?
I am Darcy Burke. I go by Darcy Elizabeth on Instagram. It's darcyelizabeth.co. And then on Facebook, it's Darcy Elizabeth. That's it. And you can also find us right here on the YouTube channel and on my website, darcyelizabeth.co. Boom.
Boom. All the places you can find us.
So today I'm super excited for our topic because honestly, this is my favorite thing to do is goal setting.
Yes. Great. You're really good at it though. You know, when you're good at it, it makes sense.
I'm a planner.
You are a planner and you're good at helping people plan too.
Right on. So what Kelly and I are going to talk about today is all about setting yourself up for 2021. So this includes looking back on the last year, really digging into what you want your goals to be for 2021, and then actually creating a plan so you will actually do it, because we always set New Year's resolutions and a lot of times we don't meet them.
Yeah. Or we'll just do it for 3 weeks and then give up. February 1st gets here and you're like, meh, I'm going to wait till summer. So you just prolong it. Then by the time you know, it's Thanksgiving again and Christmas again. So it's really how to stick to it.
Yeah. I just saw this data that 92% of people that set a New Year's resolution end up quitting it before March.
You know, I actually believe that.
92%.
I've definitely been one to do that numerous times on certain things. But that's insane. That's a big number.
That is. Do you want to start, Kel?
Well, sure.
Doesn't matter.
Really, when I think about the new year coming, I just think about every single thing that we have all gone through in 2020. And actually, if we bring it back another year, in 2019, I honestly thought it was one of my worst years ever. I'm 2020 is going to be my year. Actually, in 2019, my other half and I, we weren't allowed to be around people. So he was going through stuff in the hospital and we couldn't be around people because we couldn't get sick. So 2020 came and I'm we're going to do all the things and really live life and be around people. And then 2020 comes and we all get nailed with whatever's going on in the world that I don't want to say, but right. We got nailed with it. And 2020 was a year. So what I got from this year is we can get through whatever the hell we want. We are so strong. I honestly did not even, I feel like I'm ending this year pretty positive. I definitely have some things in 2021 that I want to work on, not a resolution of losing weight or whatever, because I feel like that's not enough. And maybe that's why a lot of people, when they want to do that, they just give up because they think that's all it is. And then they give up because, well, a lot of times people just try to do the diet world and stuff. And that's just unrealistic, really, for long term. So 2020 has just taught me so much, how to be so strong and just deal with whatever life comes, whatever comes at you in life. And then going into the new year, something that I want to focus on so much is just being overall healthy. Mentally is my main focus. So that's where I'm going to take the last 2 videos that we've done and go download some of the books and listen. I think I'm getting Fear is My Homeboy today or tomorrow.
My favorite.
So I can listen to it.
Yeah, that is definitely my favorite. Anytime I get a new member, as in a coach that is under me, I always give them Fear is My Homeboy as my like gift. So 2020. So 2020 has probably been my most challenging year, and I have had many challenging years, I feel like. But what's really cool about those challenging years or the challenging times is you realize you're still here, right? You've made it this far. We all have had a rough year, I feel like, across the board. So one thing before I start goal setting, one thing I'd like to do is to look at a reflection. And tonight I'm actually hosting a free workshop at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Anybody can join, where it talks all about a year-end reflection. There's a whole bunch of questions. I'm going to talk through them. And it's actually a printable document that everyone can have, because for you to end 2020, especially how rough it was, it's really good to look at like, okay, so what did I do good in 2020? What do I want to do different? Where did I struggle? And then once you like figure all that out, it's a lot easier to set yourself up for 2021. It's almost like, okay, this is what happened in 2020. Let's close that door and see what we can do in 2021.
Yeah, I think that's such a good idea.
Yeah. And honestly, the reflection piece is my first year ever doing the reflection part of it. It brings out a lot, right? Because was a lot of hardship and you have to like almost face that. But now I feel so much more empowered for 2021 because I'm like, I have control over my life, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, that's where I like to always start with people when it comes to like goal setting, getting ready for the new year, is really reflecting on the last year. And then the next step I always like to do is your why. So a lot of times we'll be like, for instance, I want to be on a diet to lose weight. That why is almost not big enough, right? Because you're like, well, whatever, I just won't lose weight, I'll give up. But when you really dig into it, like, I really want to lose weight so I feel more comfortable in my skin, and I can also play with my kids and run around.
Yeah, healthy.
Your why just got better, right?
Yeah.
And like really reworking your why that's going to fit for your life and is actually going to motivate you. Like I always like what I like to do is I always like to put my why down, like either on my mirror, sticky notes, because I'm a fan about those. Just to kind of remind myself, like, okay, this is why I'm showing up.
Yeah. That's such a good idea.
So that is one thing that I really like to do. And so you were saying, Cal, that your goal setting is what you're just going to try more of the mental piece. Do you have any other goals?
Well, like you said, sometimes your why just isn't enough, right? So I could say, oh, I want to like get in shape again and like be back to like super strong and fit, but that's not enough. So I'm focusing more on, I'm just focusing more on being healthy overall. Just so I can be healthy, like not get sick, not have to deal with what I had to deal with this year. And just overall mentally being healthier, because I feel like that's going to set me up for success in 2021. I have to be really open-minded. I'm really willing to learn. Like I'm excited for what 2021 is going to bring, but my main focus is definitely going to be mentally getting healthier, because my depression and anxiety came up in 2020 just too much. So
right. And I feel like once you dive into that mental piece, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Right.
And
that's our biggest barrier, is our mindset.
It's so true. So something I always tell people to do, and I'm always like, well, I always like go back and like, well, Darcy does it, but I never actually do it. That I'm going to try working on is journaling and writing things down. But like when I'm telling people how good it is, I'm always like, well, Darcy does this. And then I don't do it.
We froze up a little bit there.
We did.
Yeah. So can you just repeat that real quick?
Well, what I was saying is I don't personally journal but I know how good it is for you. And I always tell people, like, when I'm trying to help them like start, you know what I mean? I always tell them how good it is, but I'm always like, Darcy says journaling is so good, because I don't actually do it, but I know how good it is for you. So that's something that is really going to help my mental state of mind, I feel like, coming into the new year.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. You know me. I'm all about journaling, and I think that's where it comes like when you reflect on the past year, it's good to like kind of write it out.
Yeah.
Get that stuff out there. And then another key thing when I journal is like you almost let go of that day. You
Right.
saw your pros, you saw your highs, your lows, and you got it out, and you're just going to pick up and move past it. And I always end my journaling like how I'm going to set up the next day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So it just kind of like realigns you like, okay, this is what I want.
Yeah.
What is that vision? So when it comes to me for goal setting, I'm really excited for 2021 because there's like, I have some big dreams, and there's certain steps I have to do before I can get there. Right. And my biggest thing why I have failed before is I didn't have an actual plan.
Yep.
Which is always the hardest part. Like you have your plan, you're going to get your audiobooks, you know, you're going to really start journaling, all these certain steps, stepping outside your comfort zone.
Yeah. Big time.
That's always fun.
Big time.
So I think like when it comes to like actually preparing and setting goals, the next step is for to think of a plan that you can put into action. So you actually, how cool would it be to actually hit your New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love it.
Right. Exactly. And like one like cool tip that I like to do is like I'm going to write out all my goals. I'm going to develop a plan. I'm going to do a vision board to remind myself every single day. But write down those goals every day when you journal.
Yeah.
You know, like that. It's just for something about writing it down and like repeating it, saying it out loud. Yeah. And actually really just getting the word out there, getting the word in, you know, to your head and into the universe. I'm always saying that, like, put things in the universe, it's going to happen. So yeah.
I almost was going to get that book. Which one should I do first?
Start with Fear is Your Homeboy.
Okay. Keep going. Sorry.
Yes. And you can actually borrow my.
Okay.
The Universe Has Your Back. That's the book you can borrow. So yeah. The thing is that like Kelly and I just like want to say like we know 2020 was hard, right? We know, and we're not going to wake up 2021. It's going to be all different, right?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's going to be a new start to a day, and developing a plan and really thinking about reflecting and what is your why? Like, what is the bigger picture? Why do you want to accomplish these goals is really going to help you get where you want to be.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, y'all, we just want to feel good, right?
That's it.
Feel good, and like the sky's the limit. And I think we forget that, especially this year.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of setbacks, and that is why like tonight I'm providing the year-end reflection workshop, and then tomorrow night Melanie Metro, I don't know if you know this, Kel, but Melanie is putting on a free goal setting webinar. Everybody should do that.
I saw that on your stories.
Oh man, I am part of her community because I always like to like level up, and they really break it down for you how exactly you're going to accomplish these goals and ways to like remind yourself and like get your family in it.
Yeah.
You know, we're moms, right? Like we have our family, and a lot of times a lot of people use that as their excuse. But what about if you change that and put your goals as like your family goals, right? Because if you're better, so like if your mental health is better, I'm sure everybody else is happier in the house.
Amen to that. But you know, it's funny you say that because I was just saying on my stories yesterday how I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone and doing things that scare me and this and that. And you know why I do that is so I can be the best person, but not only for me, but for Ashton, my kid, as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't use her as the excuse, like, oh my God, I can't do this because of her. I want to be like this awesome, amazing person so that she sees that growing up, and then she knows sky's the limit. So she knows she can do whatever she wants.
Right.
And that, even if I'm not comfortable doing something, I'm going to try anyway. And then I want her to see that. So I really use her as fuel rather than excuses.
Right. And like, honestly, that's my biggest takeaway as a mom, because I have a little copycat. Everything I do, he does. Everything I say, he does. And it just reminds me that, hey, he's watching every move. So you're leading by example, right? And that's why, like, I'm really taking my goal setting and my actions and my planning to the whole next level in 2021, because as you said, you want Ashton to know that sky's the limit.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that is my soapbox for today. Do you have anything else, Cal?
Well, I know for 2021, the end of 2020, I haven't been, like I said, mentally in it. So I haven't been moving my body as much, which means I haven't been feeling as good physically, but also mentally, because moving your body, like, everyone knows that really, it's the thought of doing it that's so much worse than actually doing it. But once you actually get in and move your body, you feel so much better, right?
For sure. Yeah. So I'll just start off with saying what I'm going to do to move my body starting January 4th is I'm doing 9-week Control Freak. And the best part is it's a different type of workout. So that's going to be good for me, right? To change it up. But also it's 20 to 30 minutes a day. Friends, it's only 2% of your day.
You can
half hour. You can do it. And I promise you, you will never regret a workout. And I'm a big believer in biohacking and working out, releasing those endorphins. Woo! Game changer. What are you going to do, Cal?
I just started MBF today, Muscle Burns Fat.
What did you think?
I don't hate it.
My favorite.
I don't hate it. I just don't like repeating moves.
Ew.
Because like in my head, I'm already giving up before I do it, because I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this move again. But I think it's lack of energize, really. I'm like, I don't have enough energy to get through this. But like I said, I haven't been moving my body as much. So I'm only on day 2. So this is a new thing. I had girls start with me today. So if anyone wants to start something before January 4th, hit me up. We can find something that works for you, or one of us up. And then she's starting January 4th on 9-week Control Freak, which doesn't ever go past 30 minutes, ever. So,
which as a mom or anybody that's super busy, y'all, 30 minutes, 2% of your day, I promise you can get up 30 minutes earlier.
And a lot, like
at 3 a.m.
What was I thinking? And then it turned into like 2:55 because I was crazy, but it made me feel better.
Right. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will be back next week. We'll let you know. We might have a different time for the new year just to try to change things up. We haven't totally decided yet. But yeah, we would love for you guys to share this video, put it out there, and come join me tonight, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, all about year in reflection. You'll get a free PDF. You get to hear me.
So where can they find you? Oh, on your Instagram, or for tonight? Where is it going to be?
It's going to be on a Zoom call. So if you just message me, I will put you in there and you'll get full access. You'll get a link to get right into it.
Yeah. Great. We froze again.
Yay, internet.
We're good.
I think it's on my side for once.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine's been terrible.
Anyway, 'tis the season, but yes, we might take our time a little bit. Y'all jump in on these free resources because they can really help you out, and they're free.
Yeah.
And as always, reach out to either one of us if you have any questions or ideas for us, because we love ideas. we want to know what you guys want to hear. So
Yeah.
next time we talk, it will be 2021.
Bye.